It's Empties time. My skin needs this. These ashwagandha de-stressed gummies. Listen, Fenty never brought this one back. Welcome back to my channel, y'all. If you're new, my name is Lex, and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today, I will be going through the products that I emptied in the month of February. February is not quite over, and I feel like I just did an empties not too long ago, but I have a lot going on in the upcoming month and I need to go ahead and get out all of these videos for y'all. And I also don't really like waiting till my empties is like overflowing. I feel like that's so overwhelming for me to talk about so many different things. This empties is already a little bit full. Let's go ahead and jump into it, girl. I'm going to categorize all of these things and of course have everything linked. You can click the YouTube shopping photos or click the links in my description box, girl, whatever you prefer. And also do not forget to leave a comment, like, and subscribe, girl, because the comments help me out more than you know, and it's a free way to support me, okay? But anyways, girl, let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, so we're gonna start with some oral health and things like that and roll into my skincare, supplements, all the good stuff. So the first thing that I emptied, which I empty every single empties, is my TheraBreath Deep Cleanse Oral Rinse. This is like my favorite mouthwash, girl. And the antiseptic one has quickly become my fave. Like, I feel like this, especially if you are a coffee drinker, has been a lifesaver for me. I wish they would start making this in the travel size because they make a couple of the other ones in the travel size, but this is definitely my favorite and makes my mouth feel clean. This is kind of like, it reminds me of the orangey golden colored Listerine, except it's not as shocking to your mouth and it doesn't make your eyes water. This has just been my go-to and I absolutely love her. Emptied another one of my Guru Nanda, which is the oil pulling brand that I have been using a lot. Honestly, y'all, you really don't have to use this brand. You can straight up do oil pulling with just coconut oil. Like, I used to do it with just any organic coconut oil. The only thing with that is if you scoop the coconut oil out, you kind of have to wait for it to melt in your mouth, which if you have like a sensitive stomach or you have like a really strong gag reflex, that might make you throw up. It's just easier to use this because it's already pretty much a melted form of coconut oil, and it also has the addition of mint in there, so it freshens your breath. But if you're not familiar with oil pulling, it's basically a holistic practice that helps, again, with freshening your breath, your overall oral health. It also whitens your teeth naturally. Like, it has just a long list of benefits. I actually noticed that when I oil pull, it like clears out my sinuses, which is such a weird like side effect. It comes in handy, especially as we're about to go into the spring and I get so super congested. So yeah, just a little fun fact about oil pulling. This is another thing that I empty almost every single video. I did empty a couple of the little baby TheraBreaths. I love both of these equally. This one actually used to be my favorite until the antiseptic one came along, but I feel like I did a little bit of traveling this month. No, I did not travel. I was just going out a lot and I just wanted to have small ones of these in my purse. So yeah, especially for my birthday, girl, when you go out and you're drinking and you're eating and you're just doing a whole bunch of stuff, sometimes you just want to have a little refresher. So yeah, these came in handy for that. Now moving on to skincare, my Good Molecules. This is the Niacinamide Brightening Toner. This is something else that I have used multiple times, tried and true. This is amazing for just making sure your skin is nice and even, fading dark marks, and just keeping your complexion clear. I have gone through so many bottles of this and I absolutely love this toner. Now I am trying to use up some other things in my skincare collection, so I'm trying my best to not buy repeats of things at the moment. But once I cycle through a lot of the stuff that I have in my collection, you guys, I'm definitely going to stick to the things that fully work for me. I'm learning now that I really don't like to try a whole lot of new stuff. Like, I just don't, but I'm going to use what I have just because I have it and I don't want it to go bad. So, and then also from Good Molecules, this is the Yerba Mate eye cream. This was okay. It wasn't anything amazing. I did just recently start using eye cream, so I can't say I have anything to compare it to, but I also can't say that this did anything, again, amazing and super noticeable for me. So I am working on another eye cream right now that I feel like I do like a little bit better than this. But if you want an affordable eye cream, especially if you deal with like puffiness or dark circles and things like that when you wake up, this does have caffeine in it, so it's supposed to help with just like brightening your overall under eye area. And that's kind of nice if you're about to like go out and do a makeup free look or do your makeup or whatever. So outside of that, I don't know if this is something I would necessarily repurchase unless I just wanted to get a really affordable eye cream. Another of my tried and trues, this is the D'Alba white truffle skin calming spray. This is something else I go through every single Empties, girl, like every single one. This is basically a facial mist and a serum in one, and it is just my favorite. It just makes my skin super glowy, super hydrated, and I just absolutely love it in between doing all of my skincare steps to just make sure all of my products are like super locked in and super absorbed. One of the Mighty Patch pimple patches, or the hero patches. I absolutely love these, y'all. These I feel like are the only pimple patch brand that genuinely like work. I feel like with a lot of, well, I won't say a lot, but like a couple of other brands that I've tried, I feel like the pimple has to have fully come to a head or has to be like on the verge of popping for it to like work very effectively. Whereas these, I feel like they pull even those under the skin pimples out. And this month I have been eating a lot of sugar. Okay, birthday festivities, going out, all of that. So I have been breaking out a lot, especially along my jawline. So I definitely needed these, and they came in super, super clutch. My Aquaphor Advanced Therapy, please excuse how gross it looks. As y'all can see, I cut this open. I use this every single night on my skin, y'all, to lock in all of my skincare steps. It's basically just like another Vaseline, but I find that I like this a little bit better because it helps a lot with fading dark marks and just healing your overall skin. So yeah, I always have this. I actually have a giant tube of this that's not even halfway done because a little bit goes a long way. This is also good to put on top of a hand cream before you go to bed because it helps lock in the moisture on your hands overnight. So Bobbi Brown face bases, I absolutely love this. If you guys watched my last vlog, which if you did not, I will link it up top, y'all will see, like, I love this. This is so juicy and hydrating on the skin. And even though I rarely use this as a single primer anymore unless I'm doing a tinted sunscreen, which of course I really don't do that unless it's summertime, but I always go in with something more sticky and tacky on top of this. But this is almost always like at the base of all my makeup routines because it really preps my skin and makes my skin super, super juicy and just moisturized, and it helps to fill in my pores. So it just makes my makeup application so much more smooth. And I did not use it today, and I definitely noticed that she was missing from my collection, girl. So she will be getting repurchased ASAP. And hopefully y'all can see this. So I also emptied this very tiny Dr. Barbara Sturm. Let me see if y'all can see that. Hopefully you can see, girl. Dr. Barbara Sturm face cream. Now this face cream, y'all, is extremely expensive, okay? And while I will say this was bomb, if I did not get this for free, I would not spend my money on this because this is just ridiculously expensive for what it is. And you can get so many amazing, super moisturizing face creams for less than half the price of one full size of this. So while I do think it was great and it was very moisturizing and my skin drank it up and seemed a lot more lively after I used it, I still don't think it's worth the it's either somewhere in the $2 to $3 or maybe more $100 range. And I just think that's absolutely insane. So yeah. So for makeup, I emptied this mini of the one size setting spray. Loved her down. I already have a full size of this that I'm still using, but I kind of want to get the jumbo size just to have. So we will see. But yeah, this literally helped my makeup last all throughout all of my birthday festivities. Going out, dancing, sweating, girl, like makeup was locked in, locked down. I will say though, if you are a dry skin girly, I would recommend going in with a more dewy type of setting mist first, just so your skin and your makeup is kind of like glowy underneath, and then lock it in with this. But if you're an oily girl, you probably should just deal with this. So like right now, my skin's definitely more on the dry side, especially being in New York. So I like to have a more moisturizing vitamin C hyaluronic acid based setting spray, and then I'll go in with this. But this definitely makes sure your makeup is locked in for hours and hours, girl. It's not transferring everywhere, and I just love it. Bubble Daydream Tone and what's it called? Tone and Texture Serum. So this is like a vitamin C niacinamide serum. And while I did like this, and it's very, very affordable, you're someone that knows like your skin loves vitamin C and niacinamide, which my skin does. If you are someone that deals with uneven skin tone and dark marks, vitamin C and niacinamide are typically going to be your best friends. But I feel like this didn't do anything extremely amazing compared to some other vitamin C serums. But I will say, for this to be so affordable, it has so many amazing ingredients in it for your skin. So If I'm trying to save some money or something like that, I will probably still go for this. I have a couple more of these in my collection just because they did send me some in PR, so I'm definitely going to use them. But as far as vitamin C and niacinamide serums, my favorites are definitely still going to be the Good Molecules ones, as well as, of course, Sunday Riley and La Roche-Posay. La Roche-Posay has some really good ones as well, so I would highly recommend those. And I'm probably going to go back to one of those once I get through the rest of these that I have in my collection. Paula's Choice BHA exfoliators. I need to go back to using this consistently, y'all. I feel like I emptied a full size of this a few months ago and I just never got around to repurchasing it, but I can definitely tell a difference in my skin's overall texture when I'm not using this consistently. Like when I was using this consistently, my skin was so smooth. My makeup applications were so smooth and flawless. And I really feel like my skin has not been the same since I've stopped using this consistently. So I had a couple of these little mini ones that I wanted to just go through to make sure my skin still like this, but I'm definitely going to go back to this and probably get a large size of this because my skin and my larger pores, especially in this area, like they're almost non-existent when I'm using this every day. I do have a few supplements here that I emptied that I'm going to talk to you guys about. So let me just start with the ones that I go through every single video, and I'm going to finish off with a newer one that I absolutely love that I will definitely be repurchasing. Something else I finish every single Empties is my Spoiled Child Liquid Collagen. My skin needs this at this point, okay? I feel like when I am not taking this every single day, my skin does not have that glow. It's a little dull, and just collagen overall, I'm noticing now that I am in my 30s, I really noticed that my skin needs it even more. And I actually read an interesting fact, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure somebody will in the comments, but I read that your skin or your body stops naturally producing as much collagen once you, after like age 25 or something like that. So we definitely need to make sure we are having a collagen supplement or some type of collagen going into our body on a regular basis, just to help with not only your overall skin health, but like your joints and things like that. Like collagen does a lot in our bodies. So any extra sources of collagen you can utilize and add to your diet, you definitely should. I've actually been doing bone broth every morning now, which I'll probably talk to y'all a little bit more about that in like a vlog. But yeah, bone broth is actually another really good source of collagen, and it's amazing for your digestive system. So anyways, if you're looking for an amazing collagen brand that tastes amazing, definitely check out Spoiled Child. Another of my AZO cranberry, which again, a staple in my supplement routine. Cranberry is amazing for you, and I am not really a huge fan of straight up cranberry juice. To get the most beneficial form of cranberry, is going to be tart cranberry juice and not cranberry juice cocktail, ocean spray, all the stuff that has a bunch of sugar in it, girl. Like that's not going to be the most beneficial, healthy form of cranberry. So I just prefer to take it in a supplement because this is basically 1 glass of cranberry juice in 1 serving, and you can just take it consistently. Of Wellness Good Girl Probiotics. I love this brand in general for just overall feminine health. Honestly, y'all, when it comes to probiotics, it's very hard to impress me or wow me or knock me out of the park because I have been taking probiotics for so many years now, and I have tried so many different brands that none of them really do anything amazing for me because I think my body is just used to consuming probiotics. So I don't necessarily notice any significant changes or anything like that. But I also feel like that's a good thing because my biome, my gut biome, and just like the vaginal flora and all of those things, I feel like are just super regulated at this point. So yeah, is this a good brand? Yes. But I feel like at this point, all of the probiotic brands that I talk about in my videos are pretty good because I've been using all of them consistently. So consistency is key with probiotics, girl. But if you don't already take one, it's definitely something I feel like is a necessity, especially for women. Not only is it good for your digestive system, but of course for your overall vaginal health, girl. Like you need good bacteria down there to just keep a regulated biome in your lady parts. Okay, so I'm gonna still do a video, you guys, of all the supplements that I take because I know one of y'all asked me about that one time. But yeah, until I do, just make sure you have some probiotics. Now, the last supplement, you guys, which this came as such a surprise. Let me chill, right? This is Kourtney Kardashian's brand. These ashwagandha de-stressed gummies. Listen, y'all, last month, and honestly this month, but last month especially, I was having so much birthday anxiety. And I feel like in my birthday vlog last year, I loosely talked about this, y'all, but I feel like every year I have to fight to not want to go into an anxious spiral right before my birthday, because I feel like my birthday is just such a signaling time in my life that just signifies time passing. And for me, sometimes that can stress me out because it makes me realize like there are certain things I have yet to do. And sometimes that makes me go into a spiral. And also this past year, I have gone through so much. So girl, last month I was spiraling almost every single day. Okay, so if y'all did not see me posting as much, that is why. Still grieving, and there were just a lot of things going on, girl. And these really, really helped me, y'all. I did not go into it like expecting anything crazy, because at the end of the day, ashwagandha and all the supplements in the world are not truly going to replace going to a therapist and dealing with whatever you're going through. But these really helped me in the height of my anxious spirals, where I felt like I was about to like go into a panic attack or something. These really made me feel calm and just kept my mood kind of chill. And I am definitely going to be repurchasing these, because even though I don't find myself as anxious now, I definitely notice right before my period comes on and right after my period goes off, I'm super, super anxious. And I just want to keep these as something that I take around that time of the month, because it definitely helps me to stay out of my head and center myself and ground myself and kind of stay in the present moment. So highly recommend these. I know I went off on like a tangent, girl, but yeah. Highly recommend these and definitely think you should check them out. Let's get into some more fun things. So we have a few hygiene things. I actually have some hair products in here as well, which y'all, I need to do better about using up my hair products. I feel like I'm such a try a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I never actually finish my hair products. So I definitely need to do better at that this year, but I did finish my Gorilla Snot. This is definitely something that I swear by when I'm doing my slick backs. This is like the one thing that I love to brush through my hair and use it to lay my hair down, because even though it's super, super messy, not gonna lie, I feel like this is so helpful when it comes to manipulating my hair. If you have super, super thick hair and you find it hard to get your hair to lay flat enough to do a bun or a slick back ponytail or a braid or anything like that, I absolutely love this for that. And it doesn't leave my hair super hard, right? Like if you build it up, it will leave your hair a little crunchy, but I like this because this is a thicker gel, and it really does help to shape and mold my hair. So emptied these Cantu Shea Butter Sulfate Conditioner and a shampoo. This was okay, y'all. It wasn't anything super amazing. I feel like I just used this because I really, at the time, needed something that was going to cleanse my hair, because I felt like I was using a lot of shampoos and conditioners that had like Jamaican black castor oil and like super moisturizing things, because my hair was getting dry. But then it started to cause a lot of buildup. So I will say these were good for just making sure my hair was like super, super squeaky clean, but it was slightly stripping as well. So I did have to go in with like a deep conditioner or a moisturizing mask or something like that afterwards. But if you're wanting something super affordable that gets your hair very, very clean, I do recommend this one. Also emptied another of my Tree Hut shave gels. This is like my go-to when it comes to shaving, y'all. Literally, I have never had a cut, an ingrown, a nick, or anything like that when I use this shave gel. I don't use shaving cream or anything else now that I've transitioned to these, and literally for the price, you just cannot beat it. Like I honestly, the next time I go to the store, I'm probably going to get a few of these just so I don't run out. But yeah, this is a staple in my shave routine at this point. And if you guys have not tried any of these, I definitely recommend them if you are looking for a thicker shaving solution to really help to not only moisturize your skin, but prevent your skin from getting irritated from your actual razor. Definitely check these out. I feel like all of the scents are good. Like you really can't go wrong with them, and there's something in there for everybody. I also emptied this Dove Peppermint Bark. Now I was not really, even though I have come around to the formula of these, like it's definitely a nice gentle exfoliating texture. It's not going to make you feel like you're scrubbing your skin off. I know some people feel like the Tree Hut scrubs are a little too abrasive. If you want something like a step down, a couple of steps down, that's a little creamy and moisturizing, these are definitely really good. But I was not a fan of this scent as a whole when I first picked it up. I wanted to go ahead and use it up in the winter season. This would be like the only time that I used it, and same for the body wash. I'm like halfway done with the body wash. I did find that using this in the shower before bed, I actually did really like it a lot, mainly because even though it was peppermint and chocolate, which is not like a favorite combination of mine, I did find it to linger in the shower, and it also just kind of helped me calm myself down. It was really soothing before bed. So I really did like this before I went to bed. And I'm trying to go ahead and finish the body wash as well before it starts to warm up. And I just don't want to be smelling like peppermint and chocolate. Tree Hut Frosted Sugar Cookie. This one was not the most potent. I feel like it was stronger last year or whenever it first came out. Like, I could barely smell it in the shower this go round. So I don't know. I don't know what they changed about the formula. It was basically just kind of a sweet, almost like a snickerdoodle cookie type of smell. And I don't know, I feel like it used to be a lot stronger, but I definitely was not impressed with the overall scent of this one. But of course, Tree Hut scrubs in general, they're very exfoliating, so of course it got used up anyway. Tree Hut Pineapple Hydrating Shower Gel. I feel like I talked about this in a declutter video where I was saying I need to use these up, and this was like open for a little while, so I finally went through this, and I actually found that this made me start craving summer scents again. I feel like overall I'm starting to just get tired of the gourmands, honestly, and coming from the gourmand queen, like, I'm just ready for spring. I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for the sun. I'm ready for all of the warm, juicy, fruity, sweet. Like, I'm ready for that vibe. And it's definitely helped me start to get in the spirit. So yeah, I cannot wait till it starts to warm up in New York, which honestly is probably not going to happen until like the end of March. But we got a good month left to go, and I'm super excited. I really love the pineapple one. It literally smells like a super juicy, sweet, ripe pineapple. Like those ones that you get from the grocery store and they're already dark yellow. The juice is like syrupy sweet at the bottom. That's what this smells like, and I absolutely loved it. Y'all, let's run through candles really quick because I've only have 4 in here, which I kind of mentioned this in my last empties, but I don't think I'm going to be buying Bath & Body Works candles anymore, just because I've realized that after doing some research and seeing all of the ingredients and things that are in there, I would always get migraines. It never used to be this bad, but since I've been getting migraines more often, I've really been trying to find ways to cut back on how many that I get. And one of those ways is by the candles that I burn. So unfortunately, a lot of the ingredients that Bath & Body Works use in their candles, they just are prone to cause migraines for me. I don't think I'm going to be buying any more from them going forward. But on the flip side, I got these 2 candles here from Sniff that I was sent in PR. I absolutely loved these, and I want to get some of the large 3-wick candles from Sniff now because I have been loving the little small ones. So the first one, which I burned through on Valentine's Day, I believe, this is Big Flirt. And this one is basically, from what I remember, it's like a chocolate cherry scent. But this smelled really good, y'all. I want to even say there was like rose in here. There's something in here that's floral, but it literally smelled like a chocolate covered cherry with like roses or something. This was literally the perfect Valentine's Day scent, and it just smelled so good. It did not give me a headache. I won't say this was like a room filler, but I feel like if I got the 3-wick of this, it would be a room filler, in which I don't necessarily need that these days, but I really loved how this smelled in my bedroom. And honestly, my bedroom is on the larger side for a New York bedroom anyway. I could still get a good scent bubble in there. So yeah, highly recommend checking out Sniff's candles. I also really love these ridge jars. Like, they're really pretty. And then the second one, this is Guilty Pleasure. And I want to say the scent notes in this one were like raspberry and macaroon or something like that. And this one was definitely on the lighter side, but I still got a really soft, pretty powdery raspberry with this like sweet kind of cake-like sweetness, which I guess is coming from the macaroon. And I really like this one as well. So I'm definitely excited to see what other candles they come out with because I'm definitely a fan. And then I also have some Bath & Body Works candles. So this is the Danbury Shortbread, the Bridgerton collection. And I did actually really enjoy this one. The throw also wasn't super crazy, but it did smell genuinely like a sweet shortbread cookie. So I did really like that one. And then I also burned through my In the Stars, which if you guys did not know, she smells very similar to Baccarat Rouge. And this one was a room filler. I'm talking like the whole apartment, girl. So I had to burn this one in very short spurts, like 20 to 30 minutes. I would have to blow it out because it definitely triggered my migraines, but it smelled really amazing. And I know this is like one that only comes out during Candle Day every year. So just for future reference for shopping Candle Day, girl, if you are looking for a quality candle that's going to make your house smell rich and luxurious and fill up your entire home. Okay, definitely check out the In the Stars candle. Okay, now next we're gonna move on to moisturizers, which I have emptied quite a few, girl, because if y'all know anything about the weather in New York, it is cold, it is frigid, and us dry skin girlies tend to struggle. So the first thing that I emptied, which this is my second time emptying one of these, and I'm actually super happy because I just found out that you can get the refill, so you don't have to keep buying these bottles. So saving the environment, we love that. But this is the Fenty Butter Drop Body Milk. And I have told y'all before, I love this because it's basically like the same super thick moisturizing butter drop formula, but in a more easy to absorb lotion formula. And for me, if I'm about to like go out and I'm in a rush, I don't want my clothes to get stained, or I don't want to wait super long for like my moisturizer to seep into the skin, this is amazing. And I feel like especially in the summer, like this is going to be bomb, but I still really enjoyed this. And it's definitely more of a fresh scent. I feel like it almost kind of smells like fresh florals and like pineapple. So I don't know what the actual notes are in here, but this is definitely on the fresher side, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm going to get the refill so I can just refill and reuse this bottle. Speaking of butter drop, I also emptied 3 of the OG butter drops. So a full size of the cinnamon butter drop, as well as a little mini, which came in the travel size sets from last year. And I still have a few of those sets, girl. So I just love this scent. And this also has a very subtle shimmer in it, which I was loving for my birthday because I was showing a little more skin. I want it to be glowy and glittery and all of the fun things. And this is just an amazing base. This is definitely a body butter that's going to keep you moisturized, almost a little too moisturized. I do find it to be slightly greasy. Like, you really have to work to rub this in. A little bit goes a long way. And even after you rub it in, it's definitely going to transfer and just leave wherever you're sitting a little bit greasy if you have like your skin out and showing. So that's the one thing I don't love about the butter drop formula. It is super moisturizing, but also to the point that it's a little bit greasy. So that's why I like the body milk, because if it's something where I don't want it to be getting on other things, or I don't necessarily want to be super greasy and have a residue on me, the body milk absorbs like instantly and I still feel just as moisturized. But needless to say, I still love the butter drop formula. I have so many in my collection. I'm going to continue to use them. I also emptied the Vanilla Dream, which to me reminds me of a lighter version of like the EOS Vanilla and Cashmere. And this one had rose gold colored glitter, which was a fun little twist. And this is I want to say this is the last one I have of the full size of the Vanilla Dream. Fenty never brought this one back, which I don't know why, because I feel like this ended up being more of a favorite. Like, I know when the girls first got it, some of the girls were like, oh, you can't smell this, whatever. But this definitely aged very well, and it got stronger in scent the longer you had it. So they did not bring this one back. I'm hoping maybe they do at some point, because I really love this one. And I found the little rose gold flakes to be really pretty. But yeah, I went through this. I want to say I used this as my base scent for my birthday scent, and I really loved it. One of my favorite shea butters. This is the Mother's Shea. This is the vanilla one, which I can only find on Amazon now. This used to be sold in Target, but I feel like every time I go in Target now, I only see the eucalyptus and the rose one, which I don't particularly want those. I really like that this is a really sweet, mild vanilla, super moisturizing. It's one of the few shea butters that does not stain, and it literally keeps me moisturized until the next day. Like, if I put this on after my shower for the night, I am still super soft and moisturized to the touch by the next day when I wake up. So I really love this for that. And I do have another container that I'm working on. Speaking of shea butters that stain, Sweet Mango, what brand is this? Aquaba shea butter. I feel like I talked about this in a favorites video last summer, and I do really love this, and it smells amazing. It literally smells like a super sweet, juicy red mango. And I love the scent. I love how moisturizing it is. But again, like most shea butters, this definitely leaves a residue, a yellow residue. So I only wear this to bed, y'all, when I am wearing sweatpants or long pants or things where my body is going to be covered up, and it's keeping the shea butter right where it's at, because otherwise this is going to stain your sheets and whatever clothes you're wearing. So that's the only drawback. But I also was using this a lot in my hair, and it's super moisturizing in the hair. The scent lingers as well. So shea butter has many uses. Shea butter in general, my skin just loves and drinks up as a dry skin girly. So yeah, I do have one more from this brand that I'm working on, and I will probably repurchase it, even though the yellow staining and all of that is kind of annoying. I just love the consistency and the texture. It's like a creamy whipped texture, and it's easy to rub in, and I really enjoyed it. And I also emptied my Victoria's Secret Vanilla Bean and Macadamia. This was a lot more shimmery than I anticipated, but I loved how this smells. Like, I wish Victoria's Secret made this body butter permanent, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this was either discontinued or something like that. But especially mixed with the body oil, this smelled like sweet powdered sugar and marshmallows. Like, I absolutely love this. And again, it had a little bit of a shimmer, but it absorbed into the skin really, really well. And I love this overall scent. I feel like the body butter and the body oil smell even better than the fragrance mist. So going forward, honestly, I'm probably just gonna stick to buying these if I can find it again. But yeah, if y'all have this and you have not used it, girl, please pull it out, because I absolutely love this. And the last moisturizer before we go into fragrance, this is the Medix 5.5 Vitamin C and Turmeric Body Lotion. I've told you guys before, I have fallen in love with this brand and all of their body lotions, and my favorite to this day as I cycle through my collection, because at one point I literally bought every single one in the collection because there was like a bundle. I'm slowly cycling through all of my bottles, but so far, hands down, my favorite is still the retinol one, the hot pink one. I found that one to be the most absorbent into my skin, and very much like the Fenty Butter Drop Body Milk, it is one of the few lotions that I found rubs into my skin completely and still leaves my skin soft to the touch and moisturized. And that has the addition of retinol, which I definitely try my best to use more targeted products on my skin now. So this one I would say is my least favorite so far. I did not find this one to be as moisturizing as the last two that I've emptied. And this one also has, even though has a brightening effect on the skin, this one has a very strong turmeric note that I did not completely love. Like, it was a turmeric citrus type of note, almost like oranges or something and lemon. And I wasn't necessarily a huge fan of that, so I probably won't repurchase this particular one. But needless to say, the brand itself, I absolutely love and highly recommend. This particular one is just not my favorite, and I probably won't repurchase this one. All right, y'all, now let's finish off with some fragrance. Now, I did not empty any full-size perfumes this video, which is a little rare for me, but honestly, I feel like I was using more new fragrances and things that I hadn't been using consistently. So it kind of makes sense that I really wasn't focusing on finishing anything. And I also have not done an updated perfume tray. I feel like when I don't do a perfume tray, I'm not finishing my fragrances as quickly, if that makes sense. But needless to say, I will be doing a perfume tray soon, so stay tuned for that. But I did finish 3 things fragrance wise. So of course, if you guys watched my last vlog, which if you did not, I probably already linked it, but definitely check it out. I emptied my little baby of Jo Malone's Ginger Biscuit. I love this scent, y'all. And when I tell y'all, when I wore this, I think I wore this for the night of the YouTube party that I went to. And I also wore this just like out and about the next day. I was getting so many compliments, and this really just smells like a straight up gingerbread cookie. Like, oh, I absolutely love this. And I'm so happy I still have a full-size bottle of this. I wish that I could refill this. I literally cannot take the top off, so there's that. But I'm so happy that I still have a full-size bottle, because this made me re-fall in love with the scent. And yeah, I'm going to keep wearing this even when it starts warming up. I feel like it's the perfect versatile gourmand, because it's not a super thick, heavy gingerbread scent. It's still very light and refreshing. And it almost kind of reminds me of a more gourmand version of Burberry Goddess, just in the way that the ginger is done. So yeah, I love this one, y'all. And if you did not get a chance to pick this one up because it was limited edition seasonal scent, I'll see if I can try and find it somewhere and link it for you guys. But yeah, highly recommend. I also emptied my small bottle of my Fleur Vanilla Skin Body Mist. I absolutely love this scent, y'all. And at this point, I already have the perfume and a large size of the fragrance mist. So this is definitely a very deep, rich, syrupy, sweet vanilla. What are the notes in here? Because I always forget. It says top notes of pink pepper, pink apple, sugar crystals, middle notes of lily, jasmine petals, cashmere, and wood, and base notes of benzoin, vanilla, sandalwood, and agarwood. I feel like the base notes really shine through for me. I do get the top notes, but for the most part, this dries down fairly quickly on me, and I just get this really resinous, sweet, woody vanilla, and I love this one, y'all. Like, definitely one of my most complimented scents for sure. And I'm so glad that I have the perfume and I already have a large size of this, because I'm probably going to take my time using them now because I've used the crap out of this one. I love this scent. If you have not tried it, definitely check it out. Lastly, for this Empties, y'all, I emptied this little mini of Bath & Body Works Ice Lemon Pound Cake. This is just a super fun, sweet scent, y'all. Like, if you like Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion and Xerjoff's Lyra, I mean, this is basically a sweeter, more playful body mist version of that. So I was using this when I was working out, going to Pilates. It just smelled really sweet. And honestly, this was very long lasting. So I do still have a full size of this, but I just wanted to finish this up because I'm trying to go through all of the minis and like travel size perfumes in my collection. So yeah, this is definitely one of my faves, and I'm pretty sure I already have a backup of this. All right, you guys, that is it for this Empties video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you will be trying any of these out, of course, like I said, feel free to shop the links in my description box. All of those are great ways to support my channel, as well as leaving me a comment, liking, sharing, and subscribing, girl. That is all for today, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.